Sagittarius. Hope you are well. Well, we're checking in with your energies for mid-November to see how the past is impacting you currently, your current situation, and where we can expect things to lead to. We've just had a card fly out. Uno Memento. Okay. So we've got a time for healing. So this is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Feel welcome to check out your other zodiac signs in your chart and connect in with what resonates, because this is a general reading, and a timeless one. So trust in your own intuition here. All right, Sagittarius. And if I didn't say, welcome to Soulvine, I am Jamie. I think I'm just going and channeling in straight away, and sometimes I forget to introduce myself. But you can, check out a whole bunch here on the channel. There's further description and links below. So, Sagittarius, a time for healing. Balsamic Moon. This Balsamic Moon, it's really interesting. I feel like this, I'm trying to see where this connects into most. I feel like it's just before a new moon. Okay, so maybe there's been some form of releasing that you have done, but you're also in a place of wanting something to come in. And I feel like that's the gap that happens, or that space that occurs for healing to happen, okay? It's like a sense of release and a sense of gaining, okay? We're going to dive in further to this energy and see what that is, but maybe you've been wanting to make further strides forward, but there just hasn't been the right time or place for that to happen. But I feel like, you know, Spirit's kind of saying this is, it kind of looks like a little Mickey Mouse a bit, doesn't it? I feel like Spirit's just saying right now that things are going to kick up if they haven't already. You're going to see a bit more of an upbeat, a bit more of an acceleration forward. But as part of that step forward, Spirit's asking, you know, absolutely take the lessons that you've learnt along the path, along the journey to date, but don't bring that with you in a sense of things that may hold you back. So there's a difference in learning from it, but then holding on to the energy or the stagnation or the heaviness from it. The South Node is kind of, you know, the first half of our life usually. All the things that we've learnt, the lessons, you know, the deeper side of things. And then we've got our North Node in our chart, which is really about the pinnacle point that we go into our second half of life to achieve, to go forward in, and to become. So like I said, there's a difference between lessons, learning from them and using them and applying them as we step forward versus bringing the baggage that comes with it, okay? So the end of a tough cycle approaches. I mean, this can't get more clearer than it is right now for you, Sagittarius. I feel you've definitely been through a shift, a change, whether this has got to do health related, mindset related, certain circumstances or situation. I feel like there's been a little bit of, you know, deep feelings that have happened and occurred that have kind of magnified on a certain situation or experience for you. But a part of this now is kind of like that part of that healing cycle. That season is just coming to an end in a way that you've got greater insight and greater support for your journey forward. And a part of this as well is like, this is now a time to take action and lead forth. This is not a time to linger in what you have experienced, but take it as a momentous stepping stone forward is what I'm getting here with all these three cards here. So this is like a good time. This is a good time. I mean, your birthday season's coming up. Like, this is a good time for you to start afresh, taking all your wisdom with you on this path and journey, okay? So let's connect on in here. You've got the Magician energy. You've got the Death card. Just to let you know, we don't read reversals. We just connect into the energies overall. Okay. And we'll further clarify these cards as well, Sagittarius. One more, thank you, Spirit. And it gave us 2. Okay, so you've got the Moon card with the 7 of Emotions. So when we look at the past connecting to our present, and you could be in different stages here. You may already be coming towards the end of the cycle, you may be in the middle, or you may be just experiencing or feeling the healing process now. This is going to be different for all of you, what phase you're in, but the energy overall kind of has this flow through, okay, if you resonate with these messages. So a time for healing with the Magician card is about connecting to your truth, Sagittarius, connecting to a place that you feel whole, that you feel alive, that you feel like this spark of energy and trust in your path forward. I don't know what has kind of disrupted, but I think an important part of your journey is remembering that you're always connected to Source. Source is always within you. God is always within you. But again, it's going to depend on how you look at life and how you engage in life. But I just feel like this healing part and process with this Magician card is quite a beautiful aspect, because I think this healing is remembering who you are and what you're capable of, that what has occurred is not loss. It's a way forward for you to become who you're really meant to be, okay? What you're really meant to achieve in life. And sometimes with pain, sadness, hurt, whatever that experience that you have been through, I just think there's a lot of magic coming your way, but you had to learn the magic is within you, okay? Because I feel perhaps somewhere along the path you kind of missed it. And that was the healing journey, is reconnecting to yourself and to spirit and source, and remembering that the universe is within you, okay? With this, the death card, I think this is perfect time with the hold, don't let the past hold you back. You're transforming here, Sagittarius. You're transforming into this new version of yourself. I feel like with the Scorpio season coming to an end as we move through November, we move into Sag mode, okay, which is you, and there's this new chapter, this new beginning, new path and journey for you. And I think this is a wonderful time. What's really interesting though is that the moon, you've got full moon in Capricorn. This is now about you taking a strong sense of leadership in the direction that you want to go. And maybe you're waiting for some form of sign, direction on what path to take. And I feel that will be revealed to you. It's interesting that you've also got the 7 of Emotions here, because I think a big part is connecting into what you actually want and how it aligns with you. Subject to where you are in life. You know, you might want something more playful. Maybe you want something more heartfelt. Maybe you want something more action taking. Maybe you want something that's a little bit challenging or a little bit risky. So connect in on what lights you up, what sparks interest, but do it from a place that is going to best support your path forward, okay? The great thing about choice is that we can always choose again if it doesn't resonate or sit right, okay? So just connect into that. Let's have a look at what else we have with the Magician. Thank you, Spirit. These cards are just like, I'm really good here right now. Okay, I think we've got our whole path forward. Okay, so we've got the Page of Inspiration with the Magician card. So this is about your new beginning and creating again. Creating from a place of source, creating from a place of trust, and taking action towards that. And I think this has been part of your healing process, is allowing you to be that creative energy again, giving space to be able to, you know, just do you, Sag. Like, do you in a way that matters, that feels good, that feels supported, that feels divinely led. And I think there's just something new that you're creating, that you're becoming as part of this healing journey. And it's an exciting one, even though sometimes the healing process can be hard, can be heavy, can be emotional. I feel like it's awakening many aspects within you. It's interesting how we've got the death card with the Six of Emotions and the South Node. And like I said, the South Node is kind of like the first half of your life. Usually, you know, kicks in around your 40s, the South Node to the North Node. If you want to kind of look at that, you're welcome to read more about it. But with this Six of Emotions energy, I really feel what's happening here is that I think there's parts of you that you have been holding on to with your past, and maybe that's what this healing journey needed to be about. But I feel like all the beautiful pieces that make you Sagittarius, all the beautiful lessons, the reframing of situations and looking things from a different perspective. I feel there's a lot of nostalgia that still occurs here, okay, with this rebirth. But the important part is, again, taking the pieces of your past that support you, not bringing through the parts that have held you back, okay? For you, you know what it means. I feel for some of you, you know, you've had a hard, bumpy ride, but you've stayed strong. You've been a force, you know, but I think a part of the healing has been shedding that as well. Okay? I feel like you're taking a really good look at life and what has been. But as part of that, that's also helping you more. The word I'm getting is metamorphosis, is recreating, rebirthing this new version of you, the caterpillar to the butterfly, right? That's kind of what I'm getting here. With the moon energy and the Five of Materials, I think there's some part of you along the path and the journey where you felt abandoned, that you've never felt that you've been provided for as much as you should be, enough. I feel like you've just got by for some of you. Obviously, it's not going to resonate for everyone, but I feel like you'd always feel like you've been dealt the hand that was tough, even though you've had a great, you know, great things happen in your life. You've always just been grateful for what you've had. But when you really assess it and look at it, it's like, but I've never had an abundance of wealth. But I might have had an abundance of friends. I might have had an abundance of like a good life, a good health, whatever it is. But I feel like there's always been some part of your life that you noticed that lacked, that you didn't get or receive. And maybe too, there's people that have abandoned you, haven't supported you. But whatever that is, all of that is coming to an end. And I think there was a lot of shedding that needed to be had. And there's been, you've gone through a deep cycle of healing, Sag. And it's been one that as you come out the other side, it's allowing you to go, you know what? I do have these hopes and dreams and I'm allowed to have them and I'm going to go after them. So Spirit's saying, what is it that you want? And I think this is pretty special. You know, you get to choose right now what it is you want. And I think you realize that you actually can have what you want. You can create what you want. It's just a matter of deciding and, you know, asking Spirit to deliver and keeping that faith as part of the process. But yeah, there's a lot of your history that I think you've really connected into. And I think the Scorpio season has been the one to really put light on it for you. So let's just get some further clarification and dive in a bit deeper. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah. So, you know, a lot here, and I was going to put that down here, which I will. The Ten of Swords and the Nine of Swords energy. What I'm getting here is whatever challenges that you've had through this process, this healing process, I do feel like a lot of your past has kind of woken. And maybe you're just remembering a lot of things from your past that you miss, that you would have like nurtured more, but also things that you wish could have been better. And maybe it's just been a lot on your mind as part of that process. But at the same time, this clearing out of whatever it is you're clearing, like I said, is awakening something new within you. And that you've recognized your power in this situation, in your life, of what has been and what can become. It's kind of what I'm getting here. So this is going to depend on where you've been and what cycle you're currently in as part of this energy process and this reading here, Sagittarius. So let's have a look at the Death card. Yeah, this is allowing things to create again, to create that new harmony, that new peaceful journey that you've been seeking. And you're the master right now, Sagittarius, okay, with this Temperance energy. You're the master. You're the one that has all the ingredients. You've got a sense of stability and grounding, and you've got a sense of your emotions in check. And the sun's rising, you know, the sun is coming up, and this is in your favor. I feel you're supported spiritually, you're supported in the way that you need, but a part of this support process is just this new beginning. I feel like you may feel a little different, and maybe you can't connect what that difference is, but there's just something that I feel has opened space in your heart chakra is what I'm getting. It's really interesting what I'm seeing. It's like there's this space now, and it can be filled up with whatever you want, okay? With this Six of Emotions and this Queen of Pentacles, for some of you, I think there is this remembrance of a female figure in your life, someone who created a sense of stability for you, who has kind of always led the way, who's always made you feel safe, okay? But it's interesting because we've got a bunny here. And when I think of a bunny, and I've never paid attention to it, I don't know if you can see the bunny here with this Queen of Pentacles, is that, and wearing orange. So this is very spring related to me. Bunny, orange, I think of the carrot. I know we'd thought we've got like the roses here, and she's really looking at her pentacle, her life. So as you're connecting in, like I said, I feel like there was a bit of nostalgia here. I think I said that a bit earlier on in the reading, but you may be connecting into a mother energy. That type of energy is just kind of what I'm feeling here. It's interesting too because we've got the goat. So this seems to be Capricorn energy around as well. I don't know if you can see the goat here in this card. But I feel what's happening here is you're starting to ground yourself in a new way. You're more a fire element, Sag, but I feel like you're starting to ground more into the possibility, into that safety of people around you who've supported you, whether they're living on this earth plane or they've passed over. I just feel like you feel supported more now than you ever have. And recognize that you are really in charge of your future, and you want a good life forward. You want a life that is free, that is stable and secure. You don't want to miss out anymore on things that you've missed out on, okay? But only the healing gave you that space to really engage with that. So as we're moving forward here, Sagittarius, we've got the Two of Swords, the Ace of Swords, and the Ten of Pentacles. There's a new beginning that's really sparking your curiosity, your interest, and you're also deciding here, is that what you want? And does it lead you to your Ten of Pentacles, okay? And it's really interesting because this new beginning, I feel like it's the most clarity that you've ever had, but you're still thinking about it because you're trying to get more connected to a space that is not just in your head. You're trying to feel the things around you, okay, is what I'm getting. You're trying to feel the things around you. You're trying to connect into your emotions. You're trying to connect into the earth energy. You're trying to stay grounded, but you want to protect yourself in the process. Is really interesting. But for you, this is about getting to your Ten of Pentacles and making a decision that's in relation to this as you look at the Moon energy and the Seven of Emotions. You want to make the right choice. But I think for the first time in a long time, you have this very cool sense of clarity, but also curiosity at the same time. And you're just taking your time in leading forward to this Ten of Pentacles energy. Let's have a look at this Five of Material. Thank you, Spirit. So the Devil energy. So we've got more Capricorn energy. I don't know who's Capricorn in your life, but there's someone. Yeah. This is you just wanting things to work out in your favor. You know, you want something that fills your cups up, that balances out. You're tired of being in this energy. I don't know if you have a Capricorn around you that just has kind of left you in a place of not feeling supported, or that had abandoned you along the path and journey. And abandonment can come in many forms. It doesn't mean necessarily that someone's abandoned you out in the cold. It could be that, you know, that someone left your life unexpectedly, that you didn't receive the things that you thought that you would, that you had this sense of security and it wasn't there. Or, you know, there's many aspects where abandonment can be felt. But I just feel like for you, like you just finally want to be connected to something more meaningful. You don't want to be abandoned anymore, Sag. And I think for you, this is like why making decisions for you need to be really connected to something that has more meaning. And that's when you'll take action towards it, when it is more meaningful, where you have, you know, this is you, this is your fiery, sexy energy. You hold this fiery, sexy energy within you, and you want to get back to that energy. You want to get back to that space, but you want to do it with more heart, more appeal, more passion behind you. Let's just get a little bit more to clarify this star energy, and then we'll wrap up your reading. So thanks for hanging in. Yeah, this is all about your new beginning, okay? You know what it is that you want and what you're standing for. Like I said, you've got, I think, this newfound clarity of getting to your Ten of Pentacles, and you have certain dreams and hopes for your future at this time. This new beginning is coming with a new force, a new strength. I feel like you've got a fresh kick in your step, something really powerful. I feel the energy shift as we're getting, you know, towards the end of the reading. So you might find as you get into your birthday mode, birthday season, there's just, and even to, you know, time of year, family, more connectedness, you might feel just a little bit more refreshed, revived. And I think even people are going to notice that about you, Sagittarius. So I'm excited for you. Hang in there. You know, this healing, it is a beautiful thing. You're very fortunate that you're self-aware to acknowledge it, receive it. So, you know, remain blessed with that. I'm going to leave that with you. Thank you so much for being here, and hope this supports your journey. We'll catch you later.